Hey guys, it's Kelly again. I'm sorry I'm going to be doing a whole lot of video uploads since I have my camera up and everything. Um, I'm going to be doing multiple movie reviews. As you can see, I'm going to show you just how fucked up my cable connections are. This is how bad it is right now. This has been going on for almost 2-3 hours. So, right now, I'm going to be doing movie reviews on movies that I've already seen, some that I have not done reviews for yet. And to be quite honest with you, some were good, some were bad. Let me give you an example of an okay one. Not perfect, not great, but okay. Taken 2. I have seen that at least twice now. I thought it was okay. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't perfect. It was okay. It wasn't, it tried to make it really hype hype the return of Brian Mills and Kim. Now, if you've seen the first Taken film, you will have a better understanding of what the second one's about. In the second one, Brian Mills, played by Liam Neeson, goes on vacation, and he is secretly met up with his ex-wife, Lenore, however you want to, whatever you want to call her, and his daughter Kim. Now, from the first one, she had been kidnapped in Paris and sold into sex slavery, human trafficking, sex trade. The second one is where the father of the kidnapper is seeking revenge on Brian for killing his son. And he tracks Brian down while Brian is on vacation with Kim and her mother. And now, Kim has a boyfriend, and he's the boyfriend is kind of a prick because he doesn't know how to handle her father. Her father's very protective of her, as you've seen in the first one. Maggie's character, she was sweet, loving, and sensitive in the first one. In the second one, they kind of made her into a little bit of a bitch, to break the sensitivity of her character from the first one, because she's trying to grow up and show Dad that she can be independent and not have to depend on him so much. I watched it from beginning to end. Like I said, it was okay. I mean, it had some of the elements of the first film, but unlike the first film, he's not saving Kim, he's saving his ex-wife. His daughter now wants to chip in and say, Dad, can I help you? Dad, can I do this? Dad, can I do that? And he's not sure if he can trust her because she doesn't have the training that he does to take people of the kidnapper's father down. She's not, equipped to deal with that. And so he gives her specific instructions to detonate a bomb or a grenade outside of their hotel. And one of the kidnapper's father's henchmen catches his daughter and holds her at gunpoint, but her dad is able to save her from the gunman. And then they go on this wild goose chase trying to track down the kidnapper that kidnapped her mom. Kim thinks that they're after her again, but her dad has to remind her, no, they're after me because I killed their son. They're not after you, they want me. So you see throughout the whole film this goose chase of the father's, Brian trying to get his ex-wife back, Kim trying to play possum, and like I said, it had some of the elements of the first film, but for me, it lacked a lot of the physicality from the first film. The first film had me glued to my seat, literally just sitting there waiting for the next scene to come up, and the first one was fast paced, it was quick. This one, on the other hand, was a little bit slower, and I wish to God that they would have just left it at number 2. Something tells me they're going to screw this up big time. Um, I'm not keen on other installments, follow-ups. Um, Although I do wish Maggie's character would have had more physical involvement. I know she was trying to have somewhat of a physical involvement in this because she's, like I said, she's trying to break out of the sweet good girl image she had in the first one. She wanted to be a singer, and do all of that. But that's the thing that makes me mad about this film, is that what happened to her goals? What is she? Is she a college student? Is she a singer? Does she have a good paying job? What the hell's going on with that character? So I lost a little bit of interest on that end. Uh, Liam does a beautiful job playing the dad, as he always does. He knows how to make that character work. He knows what to do and exactly how to do certain things. Like I said, this movie was okay. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't great, but it was okay. I mean, the script could have been better, the scenes could have been better. I mean, to me, it felt like the rehashing of the first film, but instead of it being Kim being kidnapped, it was her mother, as payback for Brian killing off one of the kidnappers, that kidnapped his daughter. I felt that there should have been more interaction between the kidnapper's dad and Brian, and of course, he's the dad of Marco asked, "Why did you kill my son? My son didn't deserve to die the way he did." And Brian said something on the lines of, "Well, that's something you will have to live with the rest of your life. I killed your son because he kidnapped my daughter. He took my daughter and he sold her into the human sex slave trade. I did what a father is supposed to do. I protected my daughter. I killed the man that took her in and used her to get money." Um, like I said, this script could have been better. The movie could have been better. I mean, to me, it was just a rehashing of the first film, but now, like I said, instead of it being Kim being kidnapped, it's the mother being kidnapped. And the one other thing that pissed me off was that Kim now, in the sequel to Taken, has a boyfriend. That boyfriend was a little bit of an asshole. When Brian went to go and see his daughter to have the normal get-together they usually have, like they did in the first one, the mom, Lenore, told told Brian that Kim now has a boyfriend and she's spending time with her boyfriend. And the dad hears this and he's like, "Okay, well, why didn't my daughter tell me she has a boyfriend? I need to meet this guy. I need to know who he is and if I can trust him." Him being a protective father. Then he goes over to the house, the boyfriend's house, knocks on the door. Kim and her boyfriend are making out and kissing and all that. He comes in and knocks at the door. Kim has this pissed off / shocked look on her face, like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And Brian's looking at Kim like, "Well, why didn't you tell me you had a boyfriend? I thought you were supposed to be more vocal than this. Me having to find out from your mom that you have a boyfriend? What the hell?" Like, and her getting all pissy afterwards. She's like, "Thanks." She looked at him like, "Thanks, Dad. That's really wonderful. That's terrific." And as she's walking out the door, her boyfriend's being a little bit of an ass. I thought Brian should have just decked him in the face. Just say, don't be a smart ass with me, you know. If you go and be a man, man up and say, hi, sir, or whatever, however you want to have a young man word that. I would have loved to have seen him get socked in the face. I feel that they are going to screw up this movie if they plan to do any more. I mean, for me, what would have liked to have seen after the first one came out was to see where Kim was gonna go, because she had talked to her dad about wanting a singing career, and her dad pulled out all the stops to get in touch with one of her favorite singers, and her favorite singer made it possible for her to do a song, sing in front of a record exec person. And now it's just like, what the hell happened? I thought she was going to be a singer. I thought she was going to go to college. So I never got to see where Kim went as a person, because I was so looking forward to seeing her character grow and develop into some, intelligent person, having to help her mom and look after her dad, and I just feel that they're gonna screw this up big time. And I also got kind of pissed because it seemed to me they were doing the typical chase scene that they did in the first one. Have the same setting, but it was just it was the same thing over and over again. And I don't want to get too optimistic. I don't want to get too pissed off, but I think they should just leave it at number 2. I really sincerely mean that, because eventually, every time something like this happens, you get happy, and then you see it, and then you're like, what the hell? I'm not too enthusiastic. I know I sound a little bit depressed or a little bit, out there, but I was expecting more of the sequel because I wanted it to be different. I saw the first one thinking, okay, maybe Kim's gonna maybe do the same career or go to college, because in the first one, after he had saved her favorite singer from a near fatal death threat, being fatally attacked, one of his pals was like handing out paychecks that were $2,500 and $2,500 each, and his friend Sam was like Rambo, and he's handing Brian his paycheck, and he said, your kid's gonna go to college next year, right? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, you're gonna have to like save up to go get her. And he's like, it gives me a year to find her. And he's spending time with her, bonding with her, because in the first one, he had put his job before his family, and he lost a lot of time with her. So in the first one, he got to bond with her. We bond and have that father-daughter relationship that many of us young ladies would want from our father. You envy that. But it seems to me that they had, whoever wrote the script for the sequel did a really bad job on it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it here. I think, I understand that they wanted to make Kim's character a little bit of a bitch, because she's, like I said, trying to break away from that sensitive, innocent young lady, and I wish they could have done it better. I wasn't too thrilled with a lot of it. I mean, to me, it was just a rehashing of the first one, and I see that they were trying to get her character involved some way to like either follow her father's footsteps, because she was always asking her dad, can I help you? Is there anything I can do? And he said, no, I appreciate the fact that you want to help. This is a very dangerous job. I don't want you to get hurt. I've held this job for a long time, and I don't want to see you get hurt. she's all telling him, well, Dad, I want to help. Tell me what I can do to help you. I really want to help save Mom. And so basically, not only did they try and have Kim's character step into her father's shoes for a little bit, I think in some way this is just a guess, okay? Because they are doing a third one. I don't know how many more they're going to do, or eventually they don't have anything else to work with, and if it's going to get bored or not. But what I think they're going to do, I'm not sure, this is just a guess, is that they're going to have her follow in her father's footsteps in some way. I mean, she's wanting to do different things. First movie, she wanted to be a singer. That didn't work out. Then she tried college. She graduated. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't want it to continue. I think it's just going to get screwed up from here. It's not going to make any sense. I'm not enthusiastic. I'm really not looking forward to it. Yes, it's Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson's been around for a long time. But I think whoever does the next script, if it's the same person, if it's a different person, they need to figure out how to make it different. Sorry I'm yawning so much. I've had a lack of sleep. But like I said, if they plan on doing any more, they need to change it up a little bit. Have it be different from the other two. Have something happen to Kim. Have something happen to Brian or his mom or something. Have her own family, and then try to follow through with what her dad did. I don't know. Just it's not making any sense to me, and I'm not too enthusiastic. I've watched the first one. I loved the first one. The first one made me cry. The second one, a little bit, but not as much. I don't want Hollywood to get carried away with this character. And I think they're gonna ruin the next ones that come out for these two. Alright, that's it for now. More soon.